Good morning, all of you, and welcome to the 10th episode of Pathik Tales. My name is Samir Surve, and I am the CEO of Pathik HRD Institute. So, we have been doing this Pathik Tales now for the last 10 weeks, and we have had several wonderful experiences till now during this whole endeavor. And today we have yet another wonderful guest with us who's going to share with us his experiences about the kind of achievements he has had during his life and more importantly during the lockdown period. So today's guest, my dear friends, is a very special guest we have with us simply because he is an exception in the Pathik Tales episode. He is not the student of Pathik HRD Institute, but he's one of the directors of Pathik HRD Institute. So he is working with us, and I have a grand privilege of being his son-in-law as well. Now, this is a very interesting story because it all started in a small village in Punjab from where he started his career. As a student, he came to Mumbai and struggled his way through his own education, facing challenges, got a job at a very junior position in a multinational company, and then went on to make a big career in that company for 32 long years. The best part is, after having seen it all, after having achieved everything, and after having reached the peak of success in his corporate career, he decided to give it up all away and become an entrepreneur. And that's when a second innings of his life started. And what an inning it was! It is, I would say, because that inning is still continuing, and he's really flourished as an entrepreneur. I have seen it all from the time he started till date. And then came the third part of this whole story, which was the pandemic, the lockdown. None of us have escaped this experience, but most important is what we did with that experience. And here we have yet another episode of interesting series of events during this pandemic about how he dealt with the pandemic, how he capitalized on the pandemic, and has used it to his advantage. So during this pandemic, he took a lot of challenges. I mean, I have seen very many people who come to our programs, and the most popular project people take, we give projects, we challenge people to do something which they have not been able to do in their life till now within a fixed period of time, and we call that project of Vincis. And most of the people choose a Vincis of being of improving on their health, reducing weight, becoming stronger. And he did that during this. At his age of 76, he took up very successfully a project of losing his weight and becoming stronger. And he lost more than 8 kgs. And then he went on to contribute in people's lives by uh, performing on online musical programs. In fact, he took the initiative of organizing several such programs. Now they range right from ghazals to popular Bollywood music to even bhajans. And then he created and launched a new coaching program during this pandemic, and the story still goes on. So lots of things to learn from this man. He has also been a lead trainer for the famous 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And I'm saying this simply because I can see in his day-to-day working, all the 7 habits are within him, and he uses them to his advantage. So he's actually walking his talk. And I'm sure the next 1 hour is going to be full of a lot of learnings and inspiration for all of us. So, ladies and gentlemen, with a huge round of yo in the chat section, please welcome on the camera the guest of the 10th episode of Pathik Tales, Mr. Gopal Sejpal. Can we have you on camera, sir?
Thank you so much.
Good morning, sir. Good morning. And
Good morning, everybody on the call and the panels. Thanks a lot for inviting me, and very, very special good morning to all of you.
we are very thankful that you agreed to come on the show. And I'm sure this is going to be a 1 hour spent for all the viewers in this episode.
Pleasure is mine also. Thank you
So,
very much.
so
Yes,
we
sir.
have the third habit of Seven habits saying first things first. So we'll start right from the first. So can
Yeah,
you
okay.
tell us how you started this journey when when you came from Punjab and you came here in Mumbai, and you started your journey with Kodak.
Yeah,
Was it a planned move or it just happened? Can you tell us how it all started from Punjab and for
sure.
you?
It was my elder brother's initiative. He was with the army, Indian Army, on the, the sort of ground staff, and he visited Punjab many times. I mean, he's part of the family, the eldest in the family, and he had some fancy for me, the way I was shaping up in my studies, and also I was taking keen interest in sports. Also, I used to play cricket for my first 11 in the school, and he was charmed by me. And since we were struggling financially as a family, he said, brother, I would love to see you growing, but right now I cannot afford, because he was one of the contributor financially. Two of my brothers. One is still in Punjab. This elder brother who brought me to Mumbai, to Delhi, he is no more. I mean, he died about 10 years back or maybe more. So he said, आ जाओ दिल्ली चलते हैं, लेके जाता हूँ मैं तुमको, मेरे साथ रहना. And मैं is it okay that I speak in English only or English, Hindi, anything? Is that okay? Yeah. All right. So तो कहते हैं आ जाओ चलते हैं. तो ऐसे ठीक है चलो. And I was only 16 and a half. I just passed my higher secondary at that time. And his initiative, and he brought me. और मेरे को उन्होंने वो स्टेनोग्राफी स्कूल में डाल दिया.
Oh,
कहते यही एक मीडियम है, स्टेनोग्राफी सीखो. और कहीं ना कहीं उन दिनों में 200 रुपीज वर ए बिग डील,
yeah.
हमें 200 रुपए, आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट 1962, 61 62 पे 200 रुपए की नौकरी मिल जाएगी बच्चा, फिर हम देखेंगे आगे क्या करना है. या वैसे ठीक है चलिए. तो मैंने कोई 9 महीने स्टेनोग्राफी सीखी, एंड आई पास दैट कोर्स. या एंड आई यूज्ड टू वॉक अबाउट 4 kilometers, maybe more, to come to the college and then go back to my house. And yeah, तो वो सब किया. But young age of 16, who minds all that kind of? Then on the way you make friends. I mean, I know I'll tell you more about that also, how my friendship building skill has helped me in my career growth also. So then it was divine after that. I was ironing my clothes in my brother's house, when at that time the manager of Kodak, who was relative of his, actually not directly related with me, from his wife's side he was related, and he was just visiting. And he just happened to talk to me and say, क्या करते हो आजकल? ऐसे कुछ नहीं करता है भाई साहब ने कहा, कुछ नहीं करता, कुछ आपके मन में हो तो बताइए. तो he said, मेरे पास एक टेम्पररी जॉब है स्टेनोटाइपिस्ट की, मेरे नीचे मेरे साथ, तो
Okay.
आप करना चाहो तो करो. I said, who would not like to do that? And frankly, I not heard the name Kodak till then, to be honest. Kodak का नाम पहली बार ही मैंने सुना कि Kodak नाम की. When पंजाब में कितना एक्सपोजर होता है जब मल्टीनेशनल कंपनीज का. एंड
Yeah.
क्या फोटोग्राफी, बात तो दाल रोटी का लाला होता है, तो फोटोग्राफी तो एज अ सेकेंडरी, जिनसे वो फिल्म होती है उसमें कैमरा होता है, वो इतना ही जानते थे. कोडक वोडक कोई नहीं जानता था. सो एनीवे, so he said, "आ जाओ." So I said, "All right." And at that time, I was hardly, when he called me first day, he paid me 8 rupees and 33 paise. I still remember that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
cash में दे दिया उन्होंने. And that was, I was on the cloud nine kind of position, you can say. And from there, I mean, that person, his name is Mr. Bharadwaj.
Mhm.
I hope still alive, because last I met him in Gurgaon, he was not good shape, but he suffered me a lot there, because he trained me, and every time I made a mistake, and I still remember the gesture. Oh my God! Oh dear! That was his gesture, and I was getting used to that, and I used to feel frustrated. But he became my mentor also, first mentor in my life, who trained me, suffered me, I would say. And so that continued, because I was not 18. So he took me on monthly basis.
Okay.
My monthly salary was about 190 rupees. and he had to take permission from the head office in Mumbai, and then give me a 1 month's note letter, and that continued till I attained the age of 18. And from 18, he gave me a probation for 6 months, which I carried. And after that, I mean, his agony was reduced, and I started learning new things also under his mentorship, and also many things. I mean, it was a small office, so we had to do multifarious jobs, and I learned many of them at that time.
That's great.
So that's how the beginning was made in Kodak. Yeah.
So I would place you in the league of the people whom we in Pathik call as UNIP. UNIP are people who, they are acronym for unique people. And if you see, most of the people who have made an impact on this world, they are the ones who have started their career at the age of 16 to 17. So we always share this in our programs. The likes of Boris Becker and Sachin Tendulkar and Shivaji Maharaj and Akbar and Babar and even Warren Buffett, who started at 11, Sam Walton, who started at 8, and then we have even, of course, the new league young guys like Mark Zuckerberg, Steve Jobs. They all started, and you belong to that league, sir. So you are indeed, you started at an early age. That's phenomenal. Now then, thereafter you continued in education. You have been highly educated also, because many a times we have seen stories where people start and they are forced to start sometimes because of circumstances, and they're unable to continue their education. But in your case, I think you have gone up till post graduation, and thereafter you also have done your personal management. So can you tell us how did, so there are two parts of this question. One is how did this education happen, and second part is a little dicey part, where I want to know your views about, does this education have a big contribution in making your career? What are your views on it?
Sure. See, once again, it was Mr. Bharadwaj's idea, suggestion rather, that I should, continue my studies. And he came up the same route. He took up the job, and then he studied in the evening colleges, and he did his graduation and other degrees also. So he encouraged me to do that. He was my first mentor to initiate me into that. And I did not know, I was higher secondary, that is 11th standard, pass from Punjab University. I did not know that what is the, avenues open. So what I mean, my elder brother, once again, he said, आप पहले तो वो क्या वो intermediate बोलते थे उसको, which was 12th standard. उसके बाद graduation. So he said, all right, वो कर लो. So I said, अच्छा ठीक है. So I took admission in a college, evening college, after my office, where I did the intermediate in commerce. I had not studied commerce at that time, up to that time. And so I did that. And my center was a place called Bhind, near Gwalior, Madhya Pradesh mein. And Bhind, Bhind is, notoriously popular, you can say, for all those robbers and, wo Chambal Valley wale sab udhar hi rehte hain. And I had to stay there for almost 15 years. Were very scary at that time, and prepare for the exam next day and all that. So humne, fortunately, once again, my skill to make new friends came handy. और 4-5 लोग हम इकट्ठे हुए, कमरा शेयर किया, या वो थोड़ी मस्ती वस्ती भी करते थे, दूध पीते थे कटोरे में और रात को फेंकते भी थे, उसकी आवाज जो आती थी, we used to feel clap on that also. So ये सब ना भिंड में मैंने किया intermediate. But then after I did that, then I met couple of wise people who said ये सब करने की जरूरत नहीं थी राजा, सीधा दिल्ली यूनिवर्सिटी में आपको ग्रेजुएशन में मिल जाना था एडमिशन. तो आई सेड अच्छा ठीक है, शायद वो 1 साल का एडवांटेज देंगे, वो भी नहीं दिया उन्होंने. तो ही सेड नहीं, पहले साल से करना पड़े. 3 years I did that from, and once again my subjects were economics and commerce, because physics, chemistry evening में नहीं पढ़ाई जाती थी उन दिनों में. And so it was Mr. Bharadwaj's initiative, which was, Bharadwaj sahab got transferred to Kolkata at a senior position there. And the branch was taken over by another person. His name was Ijaz Kazmi, who was a wonderful man. I think I will, in a way, I still miss him, because he was my guru in many matters. And he was like an elder brother. उसने जहाँ जहाँ हो जरूरत होती थी वो लताड़ भी देते थे, मार भी देते थे, मारते मतलब फिजिकली नहीं, emotionally, but he always kept his hand over my head and trained me a lot in moving around into the even the government circles and all that. So उन्होंने मुझे दोनों ने encourage किया, and it was Ijaz Kazmi once again who said यार देख सारे graduate हैं अब इस कॉलेज ऑफिस में, so you must do post graduation so that you are an edge over others, and I have a inbuilt point to build you up in furthering your career. So masters unke कहने पे मैंने किया था. And then masters भी I wanted to do in English literature. University ने because of lack of 3 marks in my graduation in the English paper, 1%, University of Delhi won't give me admission. So I said, I went to Ijaz Kazmi sahab. I said, यार सर जी ये नहीं हो रहा. तो he said, किसी में तो मिलता होगा. I said, philosophy में मिलता है. So he said, philosophy में ले लो. Yeah, you are at least you are postgraduate. Who bothers later on कि postgraduate किस में किया? आप postgraduate हो, but that's what is important to me. So this initiative was taken by, I was, supported by them and supported by Kodak also, because whatever it was good amount. All my education fees for graduation and post-graduation was paid by the company.
Oh, wow.
That was, yeah, it was a, that we used to call it, higher education fees and all that. So that was a program by the Kodak. Kodak was a wonderful company for many of these kind of things.
Okay.
So, I did, because, it was my own will also, because I wanted to grow in studies. I was good in studies in my higher secondary. I wanted to really do well because I knew this is the route which takes you to higher places. And that is the answer to your second question, that, I wanted to do it also. And this education has really helped me, because my bosses got support to put across my case forcefully, as well as professionally, as well as logically, to his senior authorities to promote me for the higher position and higher responsibility.
So I'll just
Have I?
yes,
Yeah.
yes. In fact, I have picked up 3 lessons already from here. Number 1 is hustle always helps. The kind of hustling you did right from the age of 16 to get opportunities. Number 2 is what you call making friends. Is these days there is a term for it called networking. And I have known you are a master networker. You can strike a conversation with almost anybody and everybody. Even today, when I see anywhere you go, right from a young person to an old person, educated or illiterate. So that is one great quality which one should develop. I think youngsters listening to us are taking lessons from this. And a third most important thing that is the importance of having mentors in life. If you have the right mentors, I mean, particularly in corporates, many people who do jobs, they feel boss ka chamchagiri nahi karna chahiye, but it's the way of looking at things. It's either you are a chamcha or you are a sincere student. You look at your boss as a guide and you win over his heart and he takes you under his wing, and then you develop, because these are people who have got tremendous experience, knowledge, power, and the authority to actually push you ahead if they want to. And if you on the right side of them, that this is, your story is a living example of that. However, I would now, I'm trying to provoke you a bit, where I feel that yes, of course, education is important and that helped you to climb the ladders. But my question also is, did philosophy and all the subjects that you have studied academically help you any time in performing your duties and giving results to Kodak in any way?
Commerce and economics did. Because when you learn about economics and commerce, you start understanding business.
Right.
And I could understand what's going on. Okay. Yeah, I could understand at my young age of early 20s that this company is more into the distribution kind of work rather than real marketing. But that it was not their doing, because that was license Raj. Limited amount of license was given to them to import film. They were all basically import company. And since they had no expansion program, they were doing on the distribution part. But how wisely you do the distribution, because as I was in charge of radiographic products in the Delhi region. and my territory was Himachal Pradesh, even Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, Rajasthan, Punjab, Haryana, and also part of Madhya Pradesh also. I have traveled to all these places as a result of that. And you learn to talk to people in intelligent manner, because all of them were either professionally trained, because they were radiographers or they were running their own enterprises, their radiographic departments or their clinics and all that. And how intelligently you put across your case, that you learn, in uh, commerce, you learn about cost benefit analysis.
Yes.
So you start doing that कि हम कर क्या रहे हैं, उसका क्या cost जा रहा है, cost in terms of not only money but in terms of your effort, in terms of your time spent and all that. How much time are you spending and how much return are you getting? So you start getting that kind of sense. So it helped me to understand what I'm doing, why I'm doing, and how it is helping the company also.
That is one more lesson which we are drawing for the youngsters again, because we see today's youngsters, many a time they do studies only to get marks,
Yeah.
but it's actually important to gain the knowledge, and that knowledge gets practically implemented, and this is how it connects to making a big career the way you did. Now comes a very interesting question, sir. I don't want to miss anything because we have limited time, but I want to cover all the questions. So
Mm-hmm.
forgive me if I'm going a little fast, but then
No
I
problem.
so this next question is, these days there is a trend, and I've heard from many people that when you do a job, you do it for 2-3 years. Maximum is 2-3 years. I mean, I think today's youngsters don't even have patience of 2-3 years, but 3 years is like it's like a complete eon where they work for 3 years, and then after 3 years, if they don't change the job, they feel itchy. They want to change the job and go on to something else. And in a career, a person has done 15-20 jobs. We actually don't subscribe to that philosophy. We always feel that you should pick up a job where you culturally gel, because you dig a well only at one place and only then you get water. So to make substantial contribution, it's better to stick to one job for a long period of time, and you have done that. So was it again planned that you stuck to Kodak for 32 years, and you were never tempted in so many years that I have so much of experience, I know so many people, I know so many people in the industry, should I not jump to some other company which is paying me well? What made you stick and focus on this job for 32 years? Because I think that's phenomenal.
It's a brilliant question, because many time when people hear about me, I see different kind of expression on their faces when
Yeah.
when I tell them that I work for this company 32 years, and they look at me and say, it's in their mind, maybe they're thinking that he may not have be, oh no, he may not be qualified to do other jobs and other companies jobs and kind of thing. You can decipher that look and say, acha tere man mein ye chal raha hai. So then but I have very different reason to stick around, because I did the 32 years, but I did not do one job, or
Yeah.
I did not stay at one location. So
Yes.
people change jobs. I mean, they do the same job in another company,
Yeah.
but I did different jobs in the same company. That's the only difference.
Yeah.
My career of 32 years is spread like this. First 2 years, I was the PA to the branch manager. Yeah, as I said, stenographer. Yeah, the sophisticated name is personal assistant. Then next 10 years, I was selling that radiographic products.
Oh, so
Yeah.
you move to
To
sales.
hospitals, to
Very
clinics, to radiologists, to the, all kind of, both the chest x-rays as well as dental x-rays.
okay.
So some of the topmost dentists who were the personal doctors to the President of India,
Oh,
yeah, they were my personal friends. You can say that. I had that kind of level to interact with. Yeah. So I did that for 10 years or so.
okay.
Then 4 years, I was designated as assistant, administrative assistant, but my job profile in today's context was no less than any deputy branch manager. I was licensed with the government departments, because that was licensed Raj. And I had to, really, as we say in chaste Hindi, juta gisata tha main kafi. Government ke jitne offices the, where company had to get their business done. I was sent as the boy. I was the one who followed up with them, whether it was the Ministry of Commerce, whether it was drug control of our imports and exports, because our company was also selling some chemicals. Okay, there we needed permission of the drugs controller also. And or I, there was one section 18A which is still familiar to me. वो जब नहीं मिलता था, renewal नहीं होता था, तो company used to come literally at a standstill. Yeah, बंद हो जाती थी company. And who was the boy at that time who was really slogging and sometimes losing the sleep to get that out of the Ministry of Commerce. Yeah. I mean, Ijaz Kazmi was a great one, but after his death, I was all alone. I did that for 2 years. So the career was 2 years as a PA, 10 years as sales executive, 4 years as the administrative or PR assistant. And then 2 years, I was taking care of that Delhi branch single-handed because there was no branch manager. Ijaz Kazmi died in a car accident, and the company took its sweet time to replace the branch manager, and they did not find me adequate. I mean, whatever reason, I mean, some of them can be personal also. And so I was, caretaker branch manager for 2 years. It's not a small period. And that was the period when I had got married. I had small children. I mean, those were the challenges, which came in the way. Then, when the, another wonderful boss I was working with, a very, very dear, very supportive, and, part of our family. And my children used to call him Bachon Wale uncle. Yeah, his name is Mr. Arun Ratna. He lives in Gurgaon. We are still very good friends, and we are like brothers. He's the one who, when he came over, he designated me as assistant branch manager to give me the official. He fought for that. He said, "What is that you are doing?" And fought with the managing director at that time. He said, "क्या है उसमें missing क्या है? सब तो कर भी रहा है. उसको designation देने में आपको क्या problem है?" Anyway, so that is the internal thing. So 2 years I was assistant branch manager. That was 20 years in Delhi. And then when I was, I had a kind of, you can say, godfather in Eastman Kodak and in America. They used to visit India, particularly to see Taj Mahal. So मैं उनके साथ जाता. That was one of my job requirement also. Around Delhi, take them to Taj Mahal, so you make friendly. So one such personality was Dr. Gene Sena, who was from the Penn State University, and he was the head of management services in Eastman Kodak Company. And he said, "Brother, you don't have business in Delhi anymore. You have to come to the headquarters." So he brought me to the headquarters, but that's a long story. Once again, if I start describing, आधा घंटा चाहिए होगा. So let's cut it short. He brought me, and 10 years I was designated as employee relation manager. That was Kodak's norm, and you can, in today's context, you can call it head of HR.
Okay.
I had HR as well as industrial relation responsibility. And the last 2 years in Kodak, because the IR part, that industrial relation part, because of union activities and all that, I was frustrated. So I went to my boss at that time. I said, "Mere ko yaar meri asli jagah bhej do," which is marketing. So I was assigned a profit center, which was a sick unit, but I converted it to profit making. Two years I spent there. And that's where, because various things happened, and I chose to really go and
So that
work
is
somewhere.
very, very interesting journey, because in business parlance, what you did for Kodak, you were a 10x employee. Because generally, why people leave jobs is, as you rightly said, is when they are unable to upgrade their skills to move to the next level. They move to some other company where they do the same job, but they are paid a little more. But if you have done from stenographer to sales, from sales you went to licensing, handling PR, and then you went to HR, and then you come back to marketing. That's like a full circle. So that's superb. I mean, I really envy you with the kind of experience you must have got by traveling, and throughout we can see the kind of networking you did. And I know that personally because you are still in touch with all those people, and that has been Really, really, really illustrious. So 32 years you did this. Now comes the most interesting question. So when you had such a illustrious career, at 50 you turned to be an entrepreneur.
Hmm.
So can you tell us how this transition took place and how did you start as an entrepreneur?
See, when I left Kodak on voluntary retirement basis, I mean, that's the sophisticated name, but there are many things which happen behind the doors, which I know, and the bosses at that time know what
Yeah.
exactly was. Yeah, let's not get into the political part of it. So I had no clear picture in my mind what I'll do.
Okay.
Okay. Uh, and I just said, all right, अभी तक जो किया है प्रभु साथ चले हैं आगे भी चलेंगे. That was the belief I had in myself. And meanwhile, I had done that program called MILT. And Aparesh Acharya, you know, we all know him. And I learned something. He said, there is always a divinity around you. You have to find that. And believe me, when I say that, after leaving Kodak, I used to feel a kind of aura which was supported by the divine forces. And they said, continue, we are with you, continue what you want to do. So I, started, I said, chalo, what is my strength at that time? My strength was HR. Okay. Basically, yeah, because I did that 12 years, and at a professional level, I was trained in America, I was trained in Dubai, I was trained in Singapore, I was trained in Bangkok, I was trained in Kenya. All these places I was trained in HR activities of Kodak, which is professionally very beautiful company on the HR front also. So I said, what is my strength? HR. All right. What is the segment in which I can start the new entrepreneurs? And that was the placement. And
Mhm.
fortunately, at that time, your wife, my daughter Sandhya, she had just done her graduation, and she was also looking for opportunity to do some work, yeah, in the professional field. And she supported me very heavily to start our recruitment services from there. And I mean, major part of the recruitment was done by her only. I won't take long credit, unless, of course, the placement was of like we did some company secretaries, very high placed positions we placed, or a
Mhm.
general manager for marketing. That is where I used to get involved with the final interviews, very senior position. But like I'm a sales executive and secretaries and all that. Sandhya herself managed to do that. So after during this period I was exploring, and one such divine thing which happened was I had gone to Delhi from Bombay to attend a seminar, and there I met a Bangladeshi, and he said, I was just talking to him, kya karte ho, all that. I mean, in English only we converse. He said, what are you doing? I said, this is what I do. Said, I'm looking for opportunity to do the training programs in these kind of. He said, okay, and he was, running an organization called BASC, Business Advisory Services, something, and that was supported by the USAID, and they had funds, they had money. So he said, I have some programs in mind. How can we correspond? I said, well, I mean, the only means is that courier services between India and Bangladesh. Because उस दौरान internet नहीं था, postal authorities were not there, phone मिलते ही नहीं थे, or expensive थे. So I said, we'll correspond. I'll send you courier, you send me courier. Anyway, it took almost about 1 year कॉरेस्पॉन्डेंस बिटवीन, एक महीना पहले, एक महीना आज चिट्ठी डालते तो एक महीने बाद तो उसको मिलती थी, और फिर ऐसे ही होता था. आफ्टर 1 year I get a response. Fortunately the fax services were available, उसमें जरा जल्दी जल्दी हो जाता था. He said, fax से भेजा. He said, we have 2 programs for you, time management के लिए, which was my strength at that time. I had done a lot of program for Kodak also, the vice president and general manager at that time, 2-day workshop on time. And he said, मेरे हमारे लिए आके करो, and we'll give you $200 per day.
Oh, okay.
Wow, that was almost at dollar was 35 rupees at that time. So
Mhm.
7,000. I said, यार ये तो बड़ा divinity हो गया. I said, sure, I'll come. And all other expenses paid. Mera rehna, sehna, ana, jana. So I jumped at the opportunity. Now that led to other businesses also because those were public programs. Yeah.
Yes.
And in public program, all kind of people come. They noticed me, they liked me, and they started inviting me. That's how the training department was. So because we were incurring money actually to maintain the placement department as such, and Sandhya also got married in the meantime, I virtually closed it. So training became my forte at that time.
Your loss was my gain, I said. You lost.
Yeah, no, you are, I think I gained, a son-in-law like this as very rare and anybody who's listening to me will agree with me.
So now we
Thank
are
you very
the mutual
coming
admiration.
to.
But the common
Yeah.
factor between you and me, so she helped you set
Yeah.
up your business.
You know my definition of that, na? I call it SOMA, Society of Mutually Admiring People.
So that, yeah, we are that, and we are also a family of trainers because Sandhya,
Yeah,
now she's
that's
with,
right. That's
of course, today
Sandhya is also.
programs, and she does her own coaching. So she's in her own league. But yeah, she has a great role to play there as well as here. So this was how you ended up into the business of training, which is very very interesting. And of course, now you are an accomplished trainer. You have also been, I need to mention, you have been a lead trainer with Franklin Covey for several years, and you have been teaching 7 habits of highly effective people as a lead trainer, as an official lead trainer. Uh, so can you tell us how did that happen? What was your experience working there? What did you learn from there? Because 7 habits and Stephen Covey, I mean, in this generation, hardly there is anybody who reads books and who doesn't know anything about 7 habits. And you have been there, you have been teaching others. So that's a big thing.
See, I had read that book. I mean, if you see my copy, it is covered with all red, blue, and with the various kinds. I read it 3 times, and I did not know about Franklin Covey, to be honest. And
Mm.
I developed my own program, and that was liked by quite a few companies in Bangladesh. And I was doing that kind of program in my own humble manner. And I was somebody from Franklin Covey noticed that. And so next day, when I came back to India, I got a call from the managing director of Franklin Covey in India. I said, brother, we are a recognized company and you are doing this program unofficially, which is, well, I mean, we would like you to do it officially and come to us. Let us work together.
Yeah.
You have experience and we have the platform. So let's come together. I said, chalo, this is God sent opportunity again. I was noticed in Bangladesh. I mean, I don't know, somewhere affinity to Bangladesh is always there. That's why, because I got a lot of opportunities there. So I immediately liked the idea. I said, "Theek hai. I mean, this is synergy now. And let us, so I continued with them. And so once again, 2 remarkable things happened in my life. And while doing some other programs, I was also, as was my own program in Bangladesh, there was a French gentleman whose assistant was joining that program. It was on selling skills and all. And he talked to this French fellow who was on a deputation in Bangladesh. And he said, Yaar, you have to do from my company also here. I said, okay. And then when he got transferred, he took another assignment in Ethiopia. He called me there.
Oh,
He
okay.
said, he said, Gopal, uh, I know your skill of training people in sales. You have to train here people how to sell land and buy land. I don't even know what land is and how it is. So he said, I mean, I know basic thing. If you are a salesman, whether I give you pencil or I give you aeroplane, you can sell it. So I said, yeah, the process I will explain to you. And so that's where I, landed in Ethiopia also. Very
Oh,
amazing person, yeah. And then, I was doing a program in a third amazing thing which happened, how divinity works around you. I mean, I am very, very grateful to whatever God has gifted me. So I was doing a program for one of the companies in Nasik. And here was a client of there who had bought, they were selling, they were making machines and selling machines for plastic containers and all that. So this man was a client and he was in Kenya. His operation was in Kenya. he noticed me doing the program, one program, and I don't know what he said, and you know what he noticed, and he said, called me from Kenya after a week, and he said, you know, I have resolved. मैंने तुमको देखा. वो हिंदी हिंदी बोलते हैं. I'm देखा. And that day I resolved, इसको तो मैं कीनिया में लेके जाना है, लेके आना है अपनी कंपनी में. So he called me to Kenya. I stayed there for 15 days in his house. Yeah, because I was his guest. And I did, he had two operations there, two companies, and I did program for them on leadership and management aspects also. Yeah,
Wow.
that is the second, how I went to Kenya also.
So that's great. I mean, it was not only Kodak.
Yeah.
Through Kodak, you moved around the world. Even in your training business, you have been a global and international trainer, and that is phenomenal. So second innings was also superb. Now let's come to the third inning, and that is really what fascinates us, because today, in the morning when we were having breakfast, uh,
Yeah.
your daughter Sandhya was telling me that one of the most commendable things, and I absolutely and 100% agree with you, is the way you have conducted yourself during this lockdown. Because as we know, you are not a kind of person who likes to stay at home at any cost. I mean, you're the first person to get out of the house given the first opportunity. You have always been like that. You've always been a workaholic. And so we were always wondering how torturous, how difficult it must be for you to sit at home and not get out of the house. However, the way you have, one of the most important things during this lockdown is adaptability. People who are thriving, who are doing better, who are happy, are the people who are able to adapt, who are make themselves adapt and relevant. Both the words are very important, I feel. Relevant so that you are relevant to all the people around you, and adapt is how you adapt to the situation. And you have done both of those things beautifully, because sitting at home, you still maintain a diary and it's full. The other day, Sandhya was telling me as she was attending your self-coaching program, you showed the diary. Do you have the diary handy with you, which you can show to other people the way you maintain it with all the colors and it she was very fascinated, and she was saying that you should look at his diary, and his diary is like,
That was not the diary as such. Is I think what I showed her was that I mean I've just destroyed that paper, but I when I start my day, I write something. What I have to do today, so it's all written there, and even who the people I'm calling. But my calendar is generally maintained on my mobile phone. I can show you that, and this is how it looks like. Yeah, so everything is written down because otherwise I'll forget. Yeah,
yeah, that's
I
superb.
forget, as well as I have to do I teach my time management. I have to do my time management also.
I
Although
know
yeah.
many people don't do it, and the important part is how you have kept yourself busy. So as I remember, you have been through a full-fledged weight loss program at the age of 76, trying to reverse your lifestyle diseases of blood pressure, and you have got great success in that. You have lost, I think, more than 8 kgs. And
No, actually, you said 8 kg, but the real number is 16 kg. 1 6.
oh my
I
God.
I had a target of coming to 65,
Uh,
and it was your Pathik, one of the Pathik, Dr. Don't, your student only, and very wonderful person. He sort of, in 2 months, because of the diet control and also some discipline, I lost 16 kg, and my wife got scared because she said, I mean, some आंधी तूफान comes and पेड़ के ऊपर बैठा हो तो पूछेगा कि husband कहाँ, तो बोलेगी वो बैठा है. So she didn't want me to lose any further. And in fact, now the program is reversing in the sense I'm trying to gain. I've in those 3 months I've gained 2 kg, and my target is 65 पे रुक जाने का, and I'm generally by and large I'm maintaining that discipline.
that shows the kind of enthusiasm you have at this age, because I see young people who have all the will and determination and the whole life in front of them, and they're still struggling to lose weight. And 16 kgs is that speaks volumes about your discipline and about your determination to really do things when you take up something. Because I remember once you said, okay, because you have been a foodie,
Mm.
I know you, the whole family has been a foodie. In fact, I blame, I not blame, I would say I give credit to Sandhya for making me a foodie, because I was a person who used to eat. And
Yeah.
I started loving food when I got in touch with you, your whole family. And main was Sandhya, who was responsible to make me love food, appreciate food. And so you have always been like, अगर खाने में मजा नहीं है तो जीने में क्या मजा है. You were that kind of a person. But when you
I tell my doctors, I said, देखो, I am living to eat and not eating to live. Brother, please understand. आप दवाई दोगे मैं डिसिप्लिन से खा लूंगा. But ये कहोगे ये छोड़ दो वो छोड़ दो, बड़ा पाव और समोसा खाना तो मैं छोड़ नहीं सकता.
but
Jalebi is another third
in
thing.
spite of
Yeah.
that, you have lost 16 kgs, and I think that's a big lesson, that if you decide something at any age, you can do that. That is phenomenal. So you did weight loss, and then you had, I think you started. One more thing I want to, these are not questions. I want the audience to know about this, and then you would respond to about you can put the whole thing in one answer about how you dealt and how did these things happen. But let
Mm.
me tell the audience what things happened. So first was the weight loss.
Mm.
Second, very commendable thing, which was brought to my notice by Sandhya again, but which is true, is the way you have adapted yourself to technology.
Mm.
Because the, the except the younger generation, we all find it very difficult to adapt to new things. I find it, I still don't know how to use Instagram. I still don't know how to put a post on Instagram. Yesterday about this interview, I put a post and Sonic told me, आपको पता भी नहीं आपने कैसे पिक्चर को अब तक क्रॉप भी नहीं किया.
हम दोनों को सिर कटे हुए हैं.
पिक्चर आपने डाल दिया. So I am still struggling to adapt with technology, but the way you adapt to technology, the way you learn things is phenomenal, because now we are doing programs on Zoom. Almost, I'm doing a lot of programs on Zoom, but the whole credit goes to you, because Zoom was introduced to me by you. You told me that there's a platform like this. Please try it. You also coached me for the first day कि आप ऐसे try करके देखो और ये आपके बहुत काम की चीज है. And of course वो काम की चीज निकली, but the whole initial tuition was given to us by you. So you, and this is not the first time. You have always been abreast with new technology. You always like to learn new things which have come. Then the third thing which happened in the lockdown is, I'm answering the question on your behalf because I remember all these things. The third thing you did was the musical evening we did on Zoom, where we had a for the audience, let me tell you, we had a live musical orchestra, you can say, where we had live musicians on camera, everybody sitting at their homes, and Sir was the main singer over there. So that's one more thing I would like to tell the audience, that you are such a phenomenal singer and you are a trained singer. And at this age, you sing so very well. So you organized that orchestra. Then we went on to celebrate your son, that is Gaurav's birthday, online. And then now you have, I think, a whole program where you do bhajans every
Right.
uh,
Every Friday.
every Friday. You have a bhajan program, and also you work in pods. Pods is parents of Down syndrome. So all these things keep you busy in lockdown. So I would like to summarize you to help and give the whole answer about how was lockdown, what did you do, how did these things happen.
Yeah, Samit, as you rightly mentioned, I somehow realized that technology is the answer to the future.
Yeah.
If you want to manage future, you have to understand technology and learn it, imbibe it. You can't escape it, and you should not be scared of it. It is initial stages, you have teething problem, but everywhere it is like that. So I learned Zoom, and that's how, because I was fascinated by that, this platform. So I thought, why not? Let's convert it into our need. What is our need? We are trainers. We want to do training programs. Whether we are standing before the audience and walking around between the desk and the chairs, or we are sitting at home, or they're sitting at home, what is the difference? We have to speak and we have to show them slides. And this platform gives you that. So I learned about that. And fortunately, thank you very much for accepting that it has utility. And second part is that during this pandemic, I developed some programs, and those are, one is leadership spectrum. The WIBJOR I converted into what is the leaders of today need is. Like, I mean, it starts with the vision, then I is for that introspection and all that. So it goes on. Yeah, R is for risk taking as well as relationship building. So that is what, nine this spectrum is. Whole spectrum is covered in that. Then I also developed 9 competency for sales managers, which I professionally did for companies. Yeah, this is a 8 sessions program. All this on Zoom I did. I developed and I did that. Then a recent one where Sandhya has also participated, and yesterday we concluded it. That is the self management by self coaching. Yeah, I mean, the main thing there is that, most of us talk to ourselves. But is that talking meaningful, or are we in the negative mode zones? In मैं नहीं कर सकता, मैं नहीं करूँगी, मैं नहीं वो है क्या, या कुछ करना है? So self coaching, you can manage yourself by that, and that's the program. It is a 6-session program supported by some one-to-one coaching by me in between also.
Okay.
That's the third one. And then, one of my friends, he invited me to speak to his audience, to his people. That is, this pandemic. Some people think that work from home means chutti ho gaya. I think I did that on a practice basis. Also to bring our own team in Pathik to think that, it is a meaningful exercise you have to do, and not just sit at home and think it is a vacation. So I did that about 2 hours program for that company also, and I call it is work from home and not a vacation time. Yeah, that's the name of the program. And then I was also invited during this team, once again from the Zoom, by Inner Wheel, which is the Rotary's ladies wing. And they wanted to speak to me to speak to them about Shiva, Lord Shiva. And their topic they chose was Shiva, the perfect man.
Okay.
Shiva as a man, as a Adi Yogi. So I spoke about that about 1.5 hours to the ladies also. There were 40 or 50, between 40, 50 people on that. So I keep on doing this. And then, I have been empaneled by International Coach Federation as a mentor.
Oh,
Yeah. After coach, you become a mentor, 3 years registration with them. So as a mentor, I was invited by companies whose managers or leaders are ACC already, and they have to renew their membership. And for renewal also, they need to, because meanwhile, ICF has changed their competencies, so new competencies have to be introduced, some new subjects have to be new, and they have to show that they have gone through a professional training program and all that. So I did that also for that company during this period. Plus, I'm preparing myself for the next level. I'm an ACC, which is Associate Certified Coach. That is credential of ICF. The next level is professional certified coach. I'm preparing for that. I'm almost ready. It's a question of putting my papers together. The only thing is the papers are lying in my office, and I'm not gone there for 6 months. Yeah, but anyway, it will happen during this time. And plus, I have taken initiative to start writing about the 3 books which I've been keeping in my mind, and I've resolved to complete them and publish them by 2021 end. Yeah, maybe earlier.
so
And my love or my interest in gardening has been also rekindled this process. थोड़े बड़े plant में लगा के इधर उधर कुछ वो भी करता रहता हूँ. Yeah, that's what I've been doing in pandemic. And in the process, I relearned just to support my wife on doing the utensils. And thank you very much for introducing us to the dishwasher, because that has taken away some of my physical, movement.
I missed that, and I didn't tell the audience that, but I need to tell the audience.
Yeah, and also I relearned how to do ironing of the clothes, because yeah, sure, go ahead.
Yeah, it's really phenomenal, because the point is, of course, during the lockdown, everybody had to pitch in and do things which they never did in their life. There were so many men who were not used to working in the house, and they were forced to do it, whatever, happily or unhappily. But you, at the age of 76, I mean, you used to watch the utensils and iron the clothes. I mean, how you people managed, how you adapted, that is phenomenal. And then, of course, so in young people, you have done so many things professionally. You have designed programs, you are a coach, you are a mentor, you are yourself trying to become the advanced level coach and you are writing books. So for many young people, there are questions what to do.
Hmm.
And for you, it's like how much to do. There is so much to do. So that there is so much to be taken because people get depressed saying कि मेरे पास करने के लिए कुछ नहीं है, and here you have so much to do that managing it becomes a problem, and that is truly phenomenal inspiration for, I'm hope, for everybody who is listening. I think we should talk a little bit about your singing as well.
Hmm.
How did that start? How did, because during this that has added, as you use that word, during the initial and the middle part of the lockdown was really gloomy for most of us. We were all locked inside the houses and there was so much of uncertainty. We didn't know aage kya hone wala hai. People were not doing well even professionally. Money was not there. Of course there was looming fear about I may catch corona. During those times वो जो आपने लाइव प्रोग्राम्स किए सिंगिंग के, उससे लोगों के लाइफ में टू अ ग्रेट एक्सटेंट रौनक आई. यूज दैट वर्ड रौनक, आई वुड यूज दैट वर्ड. सो लिटिल बिट अबाउट what inspired you to sing and what inspires you to sing even at this age. I mean, you are almost a professional, like a professional singer. You don't charge money for it, but otherwise your talent is no less. And I am not exaggerating a bit. I think people who have heard you know that.
Thank you so much. Uh, we are family of singers. My mother used to sing, my sisters used to sing, my elder brother used to sing.
Okay.
And I have also one of my elder, who was just older to me by 2 or 3 years, he used to sing also. And I used to sing, of course, in my, huh? And subah, I mean, school days maybe, I was noticed by one of the Sanskrit teachers. I mean, he also somehow he had fancy for me, and he liked me. और वो जो जागृति के गाने थे ना, दे दी हमें आजादी, and I mean, I became sick and tired of singing on the school stages at from that time onwards. Yeah. So वो every time वो पंडित जी, उनको पंडित जी बोलते थे, he will say, बट्टा शुरू हो जा बस, सुना दे वही वाला. Every function I became sick and tired. But then, I mean, bathroom में singing विंगिंग चलता रहा. When I came to Delhi, then थोड़ा सा background में चला गया. दिन में नौकरी करो, रात को, और वहाँ पे भी, I heard a ghazal from one of the my class fellows, and he sang so well. La Pilade Sakia, which is my favorite, which I said. And somehow, I used to sing that in my friendly circles and kind of things. बच्चे की बर्थडे जैसे my राय साहब थे, like an elder brother who was my class fellow also, वो 15 साल बड़े थे मेरे से ग्रेजुएशन में. उनके घर में कोई पार्टी हो, उसमें चल शुरू हो जा गोपाल, सुनाओ कुछ, तो हो गया. But then, I think the touch which I have got today was actually to large extent responsibility goes to my वाइफ गीता जी. ओके, तो वो ला पिला दिया साकिया कॉलेज की स्टेज पे कुछ सुना रहा था. एंड देन शी गॉट फैसिनेटेड. वो मेरी ट्रबल जब मेरी एक्सटेंसिव वही से स्टार्ट हुई है. या शी नोटिस्ड इट. एंड देन उनके हाउस होल्ड में, उनके फ्रेंडली सर्कल में हम लोग गाते वाते रहे. एंड ये जो करंट सिचुएशन है जो हम जूम वगैरह पे गाते हैं, एंड आई थिंक द क्रेडिट गोज टू संध्या मोर देन मी, because she the one who organized that first ghazal जो आप कह रहे हैं ना ऑर्केस्ट्रा वाली, वो आपने और उसने दोनों ने मिलके करी थी. I was only one of them.
I think the credit is due to her. She did all that. Yes.
She did all that groundwork.
The idea was also her.
And उससे आइडिया मिला कि गौरव का बर्थडे आ रहा, my son, तो उसका बर्थडे आ रहा, so let's do that on the so the internationally we did that, and all the family members sang and enjoyed it. And then one thing leads to another. Then I said, I was doing this satsang also, like Sunday morning. This is one day when I get up at 5 o'clock. Generally 7 बजे से पहले उठता नहीं मैं. 7 तो बज ही जाते हैं. आज के दिन अभी मैं 5 बजे का उठा हुआ हूँ. Yeah. So वो सत्संग करते हैं हम, भगवत गीता पढ़ते हैं, और सदियां हो गए हमको, 25-30 साल हो गए वो हम करते, फिजिकली करते थे. So then I said, when I know Zoom and these people can open their mobile phone and say, तो हम भगवत गीता पढ़ते हैं हर संडे को. And from there I got the idea combining these two. यो भजन भजन भी मेरा शौक है गाने का, तो गजल और भजन यही मेरा दो थोड़ा सा शौक है। तो ऐसे चलो एक भजन मंडली भी बनाते हैं। सो आई आई टॉक टू वन ऑफ आवर नेबर्स, सुनीला जी, आनंद, मिसेस आनंद। तो उन्होंने कहा हाँ ठीक है, स्टार्ट कर सकते हैं। तो शी सेड हम दोनों के अलावा मैंने तीन चार और ले लेंगे। तो दैट्स हाउ वी कलेक्टेड, वी आर 7-8 पीपल नाउ इन दैट ग्रुप।
Oh, wow.
तो हर फ्राइडे को 5 बजे से 6 बजे 1 घंटा ही गाते हैं, तो आ जाती हैं वो। और फॉर्चुनेटली वो एक नीरू जी हैं, नीरू, मिसेस नीरू शर्मा, हु इज ऑल्सो अबाउट 70 के आसपास ही होंगी वो भी। शी वॉज माई क्लास फेलो इन संगीत महाभारती वेयर वी वर लर्निंग म्यूजिक।
Okay.
वो थोड़ी सी शर्माती हैं, शर्माती थी। कभी भी उन्होंने गाया नहीं होगा, आप देखेंगे हमारी फैमिली पार्टी में भी, मैं तो गा देता था, नहीं 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 मैं नहीं, रेडी नहीं हूँ। नाउ शी इज ओपनिंग अप ऑल्सो,
Oh,
बिकॉज वो ग्रुप में है वो। तो इस तरह से ये डेवलप हो रहा है। जैसे कुछ आता है तो उसको शेयर करने में क्या हम कोई, आई डोंट, आई हैव नो डिजायर टू बिकम ए प्रोफेशनल सिंगर के जन्म हर
you
में,
can,
बिकॉज इट्स ए डेडिकेशन, बहुत मेहनत
I
चाहिए।
think you should take up the idea which Sandhya has given you. She is phenomenal at giving ideas, so I always follow the process.
नहीं,
And
वो इट्स ए डेडिकेटेड फील्ड या, बहुत डिमांड होती है
then
उसकी।
take up the idea of creating your own YouTube channel of singing.
हाँ वो
Yesterday, I remember I was talking to somebody in
हम्म,
the seminar, and that person was wanting to take up a project of how to learn to sing. Ah, that is Paresh Lakhani. You know
okay,
Paresh Lakhani is a
हाँ
Milton.
हाँ हाँ
And I suggested your name. I said you can contact him.
हाँ।
His mentor
Sure.
in singing.
हाँ।
Okay, so I think you should take that seriously. Now coming to the, I mean, this is really phenomenal. Right from professionally, even at this age, you are no less professionally. So technology, professional, social, emotional, enthusiasm. I mean, you're a source of inspiration to all. You're an absolute multifarious personality. But I cannot wind up this interview till we touch upon the topic of pods,
हम्म,
because that is one more great chapter which I have witnessed ever since I have been a part of this family, about how you, Geeta ji, Vibha, and Sandhya have been a unit. I mean, it was almost like a family-run unit, pods, and of course, the center of all this unit is Gaurav, the man because of whom all this started. So, can you tell us briefly about what is pods, how you are involved, and how you are working on it? A little bit about that.
see pods, as you, what you, the structure you see today was started by a couple of ladies when we had just come to Mumbai. I and they used to call it PAD, PAD, Parents Association of Down Syndrome. All right.
Okay.
And one of the ladies is now sitting in Boston in America. The other one, the pioneers, other one is in Pune. And fortunately, I contacted her, and so she agreed to come at least for the Zoom meetings and all that.
Mhm.
Now they started this initiative of the Down Syndromes Association, and then it was joined by one Dr. Rubello. Yeah, and he was working with Holy Family in Bandra, Holy Family Hospital.
Mhm.
Okay, now this man had the facilities available to him, the hall and teas and all that. So monthly meetings we used to have initially at Holy Family. I was just sort of a support system at that time. There was a small managing committee. I was part of that. Dr. Rivello was the chairperson of POTS. We converted into Parents of Down Syndrome Association at that time. Yeah, because PAD was under AWMH, which is Welfare of Handicap or something, that is not. And they wanted to control us. अपना वो अकाउंट दिखाओ, ये करो, मीटिंग के नोट हमको भेजो, ब्ला ब्ला. इट वाज सिकनिंग बिकॉज वी वर ऑल प्रोफेशनल, हम लोग सब वर्किंग थे. आई वाज स्टिल विद कोडेक एट दैट टाइम. हमारे पास इतना कहाँ टाइम है तुम लोगों की रिक्वायरमेंट पूरी करते रहे. हमको ऑर्गेनाइजेशन तो नहीं है भैया, इससे सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुप ऑफ पेरेंट्स ओनली ना. हम
Correct,
लोग, हमारे पास ना तो टाइम है ना हमारे पास रिसोर्सेज है, कहाँ से इनकी फुलफिल करें. तो हमने सेपरेट आउट कर लिया. So we called it Parents of Down Syndrome Association. Now, Dr. Rubello chose to leave India and settle in America. Okay. And then जाते जाते वो मेरे को chairman बना गया. Yeah. I mean, because I used to work a lot. And this is because my status in the Kodak also was helpful in that. कि चलो भाई इज्जतदार आदमी है, अच्छी जगह लगा हुआ है, काम कर रहा है, प्रोफेशनल है. So he is the one who handed over the baton to me. And ever since that, we had frustration. I mean, my main support was when Mr. Ashok Solanki, who got that unit registered and charity commissioner and got us that ATG certificate also where people can donate and all that. And I have just sort of chosen to make it a bigger success, a better known, because our main interest is public awareness. How many people know about Down syndrome? तो इसलिए साल में एक प्रोग्राम हम शुरू में तो लगातार किए, which we used to call रंग बिरंगी शाम, where you have also been a great source of inspiration, and all of us used to, and you used to conduct the whole meeting there, that about 2 hours or more than that. And St. Andrews is our favorite place for that, and children really enjoyed that. They freaked out. But then the ladies got tired. तो हम लोग करते हैं अभी भी. अभी ये हमारा मार्च में ही होना था, तभी ये पेंडेमिक हो गया, तो हमको अभी नाउ वी विल बी डूइंग इट मे बी इन 25. So that रंग बिरंगी शाम gave pods a better platform to talk about. And also, since I have been trained as a public speaker, motivational speaker, मैं बोल सकता हूँ, कहीं भी खड़ा कर दो, कुछ ना कुछ बोल ही दूंगा. तो इसलिए ना, as the ladies very rightly say, I'm the face of the organization. But I just don't want to be a namesake president or chairman. I want to do something concrete. So जब ये पेंडेमिक हुआ तो हमने कहा यार लोग घर बैठे बैठे दुखी हो जाएंगे, बच्चे क्या करेंगे, तो उनको कुछ ना कुछ मंथली मीटिंग हम जूम पे कर देते हैं. एंड बच्चों के लिए कभी उनको कहते हैं हम आप अपना वीडियो भेज दो ये डांस का, कभी कहते हैं कोई पेंटिंग बनाइए तो वो भेज दो. Now my project in that is that I have given the a challenge, or not assignment rather, to all the parents कि अपने बच्चे से draw कराओ on the festivals of India. And we want to जो paintings है ना, असली paintings, उनमें से choose करके we will try to make it a calendar for 2021. That's my dream now. That's what I'm working at also. So talking about that, pods is like a baby, when you have a baby, you nurture it.
Yeah.
And there has been support system like Zenobia, जिनको आप जानते हैं. She said, गोपाल तुम छोड़ोगे, कई बारी मन में आए छोड़ो यार, लोगों को करने दो, अभी हम कहाँ बुढ़े हो गए, छोड़ देते हैं. But people are saying नहीं यार तुम छोड़ोगे तो फिर क्या होगा. I said कभी ना कभी तो छोड़ोगे, आप लोग थोड़ा टेक ओवर करो. But fortunately for me, younger generation is coming forward and they are taking interest also. So I hope that very soon the pods will go into new hands, new thinking, and new development, and it will rise. Because I love to see it flourish. Actually, that's my dream also. So
That's
that's the story. Yeah.
I hope we all dream that we could live a life like you, which is full of colors, full of energy, full of enthusiasm, where you have not left any area of life untouched, right from doing social work to be professionally relevant, to earning money, to doing gardening, to taking care of your health. This is really, really phenomenal. And we are blessed to have you with us today as well as in our family. And we hope that we will have your continuous guidance for many more years to come. All the best for the 3 books that you're planning. We are eagerly waiting for them to be released so that we could gain from all the wisdom that you have gained in so many years. Because there are a lot of things that are still left untold in this interview, but we will probably get to read them in those books. We will have many more singing sessions from you, and may people benefit from your tremendous knowledge through your webinars and seminars when the lockdown closes. However, before we close down, I don't think I can leave you without you singing a few lines for us, because I've been telling that you're a phenomenal singer, but I think everybody should know what a phenomenal singer you are. So I leave it up to you, whichever song you think is best, but at least 2 lines.
Okay. 2 lines is acceptable. 2 lines is acceptable. I'll do that. Only इसको एक शेर सुना देता हूँ. Yeah. Which is one of my favorites. Yeah, which I learned during my Delhi days. एक लेडी थी हमारे सर्कल में, वो गाती थी बड़ा अच्छा, but I still fascinate that. It goes like that. And generally I look at my wife when I sing that. इस कदर तेरा तसव्वुर जब बढ़ जाता है, आईना देखूं तो मुंह तेरा नजर आता है। मैं तुमको इसलिए खफा करता हूँ कि मुझको तेरे मनाने में मजा आता है। Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much. It has been such a pleasure. I didn't know how the hour flew away, but there were so many things packed away right from your youth till now. And day by day, I think the story is getting more intense and better. And you really add a lot of enthusiasm to wherever you go. So we wish you all the very best. Thank you very much for being with us. And I hope all the listeners have taken a lot of inspiration from you to say there is so much to do in life, and one life is not enough to do all the things that the world has to offer, and you're making the most of it. Thank you very, very much, sir, for being with us.
Thank you so much for the opportunity. And I really enjoy talking to you all. God bless you all, whosoever are listening and who have participated in this program. I feel personally obligated to all of you to having spent your time with us. And I hope it was fruitful. Yeah.
This let's all also wish them. I will just share the screen with them so that we would wish you all a very, very happy Diwali. Next week is Diwali, so I wish during this pandemic we have some kind of happiness being shared with all of us. So wish you all a very happy Diwali. We would also like to tell you that next Sunday we are taking a Diwali off, so there won't be a Pathik Tales episode next Sunday. We will be all celebrating Diwali. After that, uh, the next coming Sunday we would have yet another interesting story of a homeopathic doctor who how he has really enhanced his life, his career, and how he's spreading his knowledge by mastering the skill of public speaking and become an eloquent speaker. So Dr. Amol Rani is going to be with us on the Sunday after that, and we would be there to listen to his story. So thank you very much. I hope all of you have loved this episode, and if you have loved it, please share it with as many people as you want, because the whole purpose of Pathik Tales is to spread inspiration. Because as the great Tom Peters said, that if I take a web seminar of 500 people, and if, even if one life is affected, I think the whole effort is worth it. So even if one person gets inspired by listening to these stories, I think the whole effort is worth it. And particularly for people, I wouldn't say only senior citizens, but people from all age groups. Today's guest, Gopalji, whatever he said was truly, truly, truly inspirational. So please share it with as many people as you can so that his story goes to maximum people. Thank you very much. And here's Samir Surve signing off. See you again in the next episode. Wish you a very happy Diwali. Take care and bye bye for now.